I know last year you got in trouble for clapping. Freshmen know what we're talking about? Probably not. But today, you're going to get in trouble if you don't clap. I want lots of clapping. We've got a lot of things to get through. There's going to be lots of people running across stage. We're going to have a great time. And I promise you at the end of this, you're going to get something really, truly unbelievable, memorable. I saw it being practiced. It's insane, the talent we have here. And you're going to see the talent demonstrated in a couple different ways. And one of it is sitting right here and right behind me. We've got a legend in the making that's about to happen. No pressure, but it's going to be, I listened to it, it's incredible. You guys are going to love it. You guys bring the great energy. Celebrating is fun. That's what we do. So celebrate. So we want to see a lot of people today. If you notice on the next slide here, here's the order of celebration, things that we're going to be talking about. The track and field from last year. The softball team had something to recognize. FCCLA, FFA, celebration of a staff member. I just picked one. Who did I pick? That person doesn't know that they've been picked. So we're going to recognize the staff member and celebrate that person. And maybe get up on our feet for that too. The Red Hot Clock has got a quick announcement. The Art Venture trip to Greece was incredible. And then Skills USA, and finally, what I was talking about, the special project presentation. It's awesome. You'll love it. So without further ado, Mr. Mendez, everybody!
So we had a heck of a track season. Just want to keep it brief and recognize two of our school records. Last spring and the closing days of the school year, our boys 4x run of Max, Kyle, Micah, and Nice. If you could all stand up, please, that'd be great. They broke our school record 2 times. So we broke it at sectionals where we qualified for state by literally 100th of a second. And then we broke it again at state where we ended up placing 15th overall. But it's a pretty big accomplishment to make the state in the first place. 16 fastest teams at state, and we happen to be there. We'll be there again, and hopefully on the podium this year. So thank you all. And the second big accomplishment, in terms of records, we did set our girls' 4x record last year. I know 3 of those ladies are gone, but we have 1 left. Delilah Debo, if you can stand and recognize as well at our sectional meet. Delilah. It was really hard to find a picture with everyone's eyes open, by the way, so it's not happening. But Delilah was part of that team that was just shy of making the state meet. We probably would have placed that state, but our section was really tough last year. But those 2 broke our school record, and we're looking for quite a few more. So thanks, guys.
Let's go. Up next, I've got a couple of the softball team members coming out to recognize someone. They're going to take just a moment here. Larissa and Eden, everybody.
Okay, so we just wanted to take a moment to recognize and congratulate Helene Yeager for making it first team all-district and second team all-state.
Fantastic. Okay, up next, FCCLA. Mrs. Burr. Give her a hand.
This summer, 7 students from GET qualified for the national conference with 8,000 other students from around the United States, including Hawaii and Puerto Rico. Gracie Holly competed in job interview. Anna Pallas and and Lily McMahon competed in professional presentation. Risa Gale-Ettrick competed in nutrition and wellness. Ava Ressler competed in fashion and design. And Kenley Mueller and Izzy Bear competed in focus on children. So if those of you I just called will stand up. We got to spend a lot of time in Seattle, so we did the Space Needle, we got to go to a baseball game, we did a harbor tour, we did the Science Center and the fish market and the aquarium, so we had a lot of time to spend in the city, and we got to be at the conference as well. So congratulations to all of you.
Up next, one of the largest organizations in our school, FFA. Let's go. You got your leaders. FFA is here. Nolan gets the mic.
This is our officer team. I'm Nolan Bergen. I'm the president. Can we go to the next slide? Oh, never mind. Yeah. Introduce ourselves.
I'm Paige and I'm the vice president. I'm Addie and I'm the treasurer. I'm Kinley, I'm the sentinel. I'm Kaylee and I'm the reporter.
I'm Carter and I'm the sentinel, or secretary. So Trumbull County Fair, we have 15 members compete throughout in different competitions from beef to dairy, just competing at the fair. We also hosted Ag Olympics, a bunch of different agriculture games where a lot of fun, people had a great time.
In June, we went to a state convention in Madison. It was a lot of fun. Jesse Thompson was elected as this year's president for the state. Where's Jesse? Jesse, will you come up to the stage? Hey Jesse, come here, we have a present. So for those of you that don't know what this is just a shadow box. I think it was just made. So I hope you enjoy it, Jesse. Vote for me for prom queen. Thank you.
Mr. Nelson, confirm this with me. You said to me when I was doing that little speech, 28,000, where are you? I lost you. 28,000 members of FFA in the state of Wisconsin, was that? 25,911. 25,911, my apologies. Right, and who's the president over all 25,911? Jesse! Come on! This school has Jesse. We do. That's pretty awesome. All right. I mean, you ever just, anytime you hear the word Jesse, you do what I do, and you start singing that song? Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Feels like a party every time. Hey, Jesse, let's go. There we go. Every day with Jesse the party. All right. Well, this is the time in the show where we get to celebrate a staff member. So I have it one by one. It should just pop up one by one. So here are some facts you may not have known about this person, and this person deserves a big, not just a round of applause, probably a standing ovation. So, did you know this person finished student teaching in 2002 and began teaching here and has never taught anywhere else? How many teachers in this building can say the same thing? They have started and will end their career. That's a little side note there. That's a little editorial commentary there. 22 years already in this building. That's pretty good. That teacher already knows who that teacher is. Yeah, they're nodding their head. Okay. Their favorite mythical creature. I had to go around this person's back to find out all of these things. Is Sasquatch. That's a good picture of Sasquatch. Okay, what do you think that person's favorite food is? Tacos. And this one's pretty amazing. This person still, is that true? Still holds, or did it happen last year? It didn't get broken, did it? No? Okay. Still holds the school record for Viterbo basketball as the all-time leading scorer, 2,104 points. Had to look that up. 2,104 points. That's Cody Schmidt's numbers. Just so you know, that's kind of right up there. That's pretty amazing. And so, beloved by all, she is going to have to stand up in the middle of this entire arena here, and we're all going to stand up and give her a big round. Who is it? She's going to stand up right now. Didn't know I could put that picture up either. Where did I pull that picture from, just as a little side note? On the Viterbo University website, where she's like their prized child. They're like, she graduated from here. So, okay, there we go. The Red Hot Flock, everybody.
Hello, everybody. We are from the Red Hot Flock, and we have this new form that we're going to be sending out to everybody. We're going to recognize one staff member a month.
So this is what the form will look like. We all know you have that one teacher, or even staff member, could be janitorial, could be admin, like Mr. Root, you're doing a great job on musical. Love you, man. So you can just pop their name in, what they've done for you, and we'll go through them and select one or two a year, or month. And are we getting a plaque? Yes, we are. We're getting a plaque for them, so that'll move around so they can sign it. Thank you, guys.
We'll work on that plaque. Okay. Mrs. Johnson, is it me, you? Sure? Oh yeah, I didn't go, but I was super jealous. As you all know, this past summer, it was 79 students, staff. That's, there's 400 plus people here. That's about, 20% of our entire student body. So that's probably a little bit generous, but around 20% of our student body got to go to these incredible places. And Mrs. Johnson will be the first to tell you that the next trip is to the Dominican Republic. That's what I thought. And if she were here, she would be saying that there's just an unbelievable list of opportunities and things that you get to do that enrich you more than just seeing the place. You get to do all kinds of crazy activities. Hit the next slide here. And there's pictures of things with rugs. Pulling out rugs. Just think about that. Wearing things that look like rugs. Anyway, unbelievable food and cultural experiences. I asked when we had that little roundabout, I asked, how amazing was that trip? And it was 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. All of them were incredible. So get involved in those unbelievable experiences, and we'll take the whole school next time, okay? All right, Greece 2025, nice job. Give all those kids a hand. Or stand up if you went. If you went to Greece this someone to stand up real quick, just so you can see it. Just so you can see this number. Stand up if you went to Greece. Look at that. Okay, 20% from your gyms. Got it. Okay. What a good amount. All right, Skills USA. We're in. There we go.
Nice job, Mr. Anderson. Skills USA. So we had 2 students who competed at the state level last spring, and they took first in their competitions. So 1 student in a competition is all that gets recognized as 2 first. So these 2 members, Cole Kramer and Brandon Bork. Cole Kramer is diesel equipment technology, and Brandon Bork was in technical drafting. We went to Atlanta, Georgia. Had a wonderful time. Venue was awesome. Got to see a lot of neat places while we were there. Each competition had 40 plus members in it, and so just amazing how people really take it seriously from other states as well, and you get to meet a lot of different people. Got to do a lot of fun things with Cole and Brandon there, and in doing so, Brandon specifically had been working on some other projects along the side, and at the end of last year, he wrapped up a CNC router project. And the new station happened to come in, here you can see, and they did a little video clip. So we're gonna watch this video clip, and I just wanted to send a huge shout out to Brandon and everything that he's done, because he really released all of this to us, for you guys, for the future of GET to use. And we're talking about a $20,000 machine here that he built if I had to go out and buy one. So with that, Mr. Root, if you could go ahead and play that clip.
We'll call it the ultimate test for a GET high school graduate. He spent much of his senior year in the school's tech ed department building from scratch a machine that will be used for years to come. News 19's Davey Smith and photographer Mark Rawson introduced us to this eager engineer.
I spent many hours at school working on this.
Hours both inside and outside of the classroom, spent working on a special project.
This is a custom CNC router I built, and what a CNC router does is it cuts various stuff out of wood, metal, typically aluminums, that sort of thing.
No easy task for a senior in high school, but Brandon is no average student.
He came in his freshman and sophomore year. I could tell that he was very motivated. As a junior, he said he wanted to build an electric guitar, and throughout the year I could see he was doing very well. He had the skill set, he had the determination.
Mr. Autumn said he knew that Brandon was ready for a new challenge.
He had mentioned about building a CNC router, and I thought in the back of my head, I have to figure out a way to fund this.
That's when they heard about a grant opportunity from Action Furniture.
Brandon did all the research on it. He started putting numbers together. We came up with about an $8,000 budget that we thought would be good. We sent it in, and then we just hoped.
GET's grant application was one of the best that we've seen. It takes a lot of work that goes into a grant application, so you could certainly tell that the student, Brandon, as well as his teacher, Mr. Autumn, put a lot of time and effort into this.
And with that, Brandon got to work.
I started with the CAD design right away, so that's on my computer, designing parts, how they're going to fit together. Once they were designed, we were able to 3D print them out of plastic first.
Then those pieces were upgraded to aluminum and put together. Now to the tough part.
The wiring was the most labor-intensive part, running every single wire for all the different components, from the spindle to the computer, to all the power supplies, everything along those lines. So once we got everything together, made sure it worked, we were able to produce a lot of unique products, and I'm sure next year it's going to get a lot of use.
As Brandon says goodbye to GET High School, he's leaving behind a legacy.
So one of the biggest pieces that I think blew my mind away is Brandon's ability to release this project. The students who are going to get to use this thing are the underclassmen that are coming up through, and he's been such an amazing mentor for these students.
Brandon says this is the least he can do for those that helped him along the way.
Well, I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for my teachers that supported me along the way and found help when I needed it, and just were really there for me when I needed it.
Reporting in Galesville, Danny Smith, News 19.
And Wesley, if you could come on up here. So Mr. Walker and I, about 3 weeks ago, got called to our room from Miss Phelps, and Brandon's mom happened to be there with a box. And I looked at Mr. Walker, and I honestly almost started to cry, to be honest with you, because I knew it was a guitar box. And I knew what Brandon had done, but I had no clue that he did it until 3 weeks ago. Not only did he build the first one up there that's in blue for himself, while he was building the CNC router, he built the second one. And on the back side of it, it says right on it, built for GET. So, with no further ado, we're going to let Carson come up here and talk for a moment, and then we're going to jam out.
I've known Brandon about 14 years, which is just about as long as some of you guys have been alive. And so we were both pretty early on connected by this loud electric guitar music, right? And you know, as we got older, he went down the heavy metal route, I went down the rock and roll route, but we'd still get together and jam. The jams got more uniformed as we got older. You know, I could sit up here for a half hour and talk about him like I'm married to him. I'm only serious. But I'll say this, from pretty much day one, Brandon's always been a know how to do things kind of guy. Every time I went over to his house, I knew I was going to learn something. You know, we want to fling this Lego minifigure 20 feet, well, we need this piece to go here, and it's got to be this big. We want to light this liquid in a cup on fire, but we need this chemical. So, and I figured when I was around watching him build his CNC router and his electric guitars, I was impressed, certainly, but I wasn't surprised just because I knew Brandon just does what he wants and he knows how to do it. And so I figured a lot of you might not be down at the shop enough or at all to see his CNC router at work. So because he's yonder in Colorado, Mr. Otten called on me to put his other creation to work for you. So this is a little, we got Wes Wilson back there. Look. So this is a little honky-tonk jam because they are the tonkest honkies that have ever lived. Write that down.
that was awesome. Give those guys one more big round of applause. Celebrating is what we're going to do all year long. Let's have a great 7th hour. We're done. All right.